Brian Palav, I run Fire with Kilian Jornet, and wanted to talk to you a little bit about NNormal, your new brand. What made you want to start your own brand?
Well, it was like a lot of coincidences, I would say. I had on kind of my dreams, like somewhere like I would love I'm kind of a very geek when it comes to product. I love to development. I love to try things. But it was more like, okay, I would like to do this and like start something new. But it was like a dream. Like I know that I thought that it would be not possible because it's a lot of investment, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of money wise too. But then it happened that a friend of common with the family that owns camper, he knew that they wanted to do something on the outdoors, and he knew that I had that idea of like a own brand, and he said you should talk guys because you have the same philosophy when it comes to environmental or like social responsibility and the idea of products. So that my work, and since the first time we talked, it was like a no-brainer.
Yeah. I'm sure that at some point during your more than 10 years with Solomon, that possibility of having a Kilian Jornet line within that could have come up, or maybe did. And what makes you want to go out more on your own, I guess?
Yeah, it's never an easy decision. Like it's not like especially like when you start something new, it's a lot of unknown, and but also like I would say like I wanted to do something that it's that on the whole it has a sense. I would say that it's aligned. It's very cool, but it need to be like also like aligned with all the other products and all that. So
and complement those. This can be independent.
Yeah,
its own thing.
Yeah, and it's a possibility, and it's great. I think to have our own line in a company, but the other, I think it does a big difference. Like being like to be able to be on the whole process when it comes not only to the product, but also when it comes to deciding like the values of the company, or like where we want to go, where we want to invest our money, where we want to what's the philosophy, what's the business model to be more responsible, all these, and it's that at the end, like it really motivates me.
Yeah. So on that, I mean, obviously from its start and discussing NNormal, like the environmental side and sustainability sides are very, very important to you and the brand. How, as a smaller brand, do you make change there? Is it by an example? Is it storytelling? Is it by innovative product? How can you make a change with NNormal?
Well, first of all, I think it's trying to do things honestly, like trying to be honest and to be very transparent. That's key, I think, because of course, like everything we do, like it has a impact on the environment. That to deny that it's fiction. Like we need to understand what's this impact on the environment, and then try to say, okay, we want to do better, so how we can do it, and that comes to the product, like to see what's the footprint of the product, but also like what are the materials, but also what's the durability of the product. So we like that's where we want to focus mostly, is on durability of the products, and that's on not only physical durability, like until it breaks, but also like kind of the emotional durability, like when it comes to not following trends, or like not having like seasonal collections, that it's just
you can be a brand that has a shoe that's in line for 4 years, and you might change a little bit of this lace or something.
We want to change things when we find a better solution, but not because it's this new trend or like this new color that it's coming out now, or because we need to change to sell more, but just like how. And I think it's mostly like to say, okay, we want to do products that we trust them, that they feel good for us, and then to try to be honest with this. That comes also a lot with the business model of a company, like where your incomes come, like if it comes from which products, what's the footprint of the products that they have the more revenue, how are you planning not to that's a very tricky question, how to be sustainable as a company, because you need to pay salaries, because you need to be to make money, to be able to invest on new materials, on new designs, to be better, but also like how doing that you are not pushing for overconsumption. So then you need to think about different business models, and that's a big challenge. And we will try to do our way, and we don't know if it's the best or not or good, but we want to learn and we want to yeah, to work on that direction.
Yeah, that's very interesting. That it's a good point, not just the durability, but that it's not fashion. Let's say based. Like you have to have the latest color, or
Yeah.
this pack makes a slight change and is better, so you have to buy the new one.
Yeah, and then like also it comes like why I think when you think about sustainable products, like if you are only selling products because they are sustainable, you will only reach probably a part of the population where that it's already interested on that. But we need to make products that they are good, but people don't buy it because they are good, but good for the environment, but they buy it because they perform well. Because then like people that it's buying a product that is performing well, he's or she's working for the environment without like caring.
Yeah.
But I think that and the other industry is very little on that. But if we think like globally, like food industry, that if we make that all the products have a good, like a lower footprint, and people buy it. Yeah, not because it's sustainable, but because it's good. Yeah. But it have that. So trying to work on all this.
Yeah. But you also, your ambassadors seem very intentional to have Emily and Dakota Jones and Max Romney. Like these are people that speak to truly as part of their core values for a long time. How do you use those ambassadors to further the mission of NNormal?
Yeah, like it comes like all together. I would say like it's people that we think that it's actions talk more than the talk.
Yeah.
Than the words. So like we want to do that on our products, but also when it comes to marketing, like also companies have a big role when it comes to marketing to what we are saying, what we are promoting, and how we are doing that. And ambassadors is a part of it, and also like what an ambassador wants to do. Like Dakota has his project with the footprint scan that it's amazing, and how we can support him, how we can like make that grow together. And I think it's more like athletes. We are not only like we run, but that's cool, but that's not very important. And how the ambassadors can help like to build a community around like mountain sports, because it's what we love, all the other sports, but that to have an impact on that community, and that's what we are trying to build with our ambassadors.
Well, you are going to have products as well. When are we going to start to see some on the market? When are they going to come out, and like generally what kind of products are we going to see early on?
Yeah, so we are developing footwear, so apparel and accessories, so like backpacks and caps and these kind of things. And now we are kind of on the last, or we had done the last kind of prototypes on that, so it's going to production now, and hopefully like in the autumn will be like available. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we'll see some more details on the product around UTMB time.
Yeah, like more races. Like I will be running all the races with the products that they are almost the same as they will go to production, and Dakota and Emily the same. So yeah, we will be we are finalizing now everything. So like in the next month, like we will be able to share much more about like the technical details of all the products.
But you are a product geek. Is there any sort of aspect of the product, of one product or in general, that excites you?
Well, like if we talk like footwear, what I'm very happy with the shoes is that before I was wearing like one kind of shoes to do like 100 miles, and then I was wearing another kind of shoes to do Scherzinal, another kind of shoes to do Zigam, another kind of shoes to do like a road half marathon, and another kind of shoes to go for my scramble and climbing things. And now like we say, okay, why we need to have like 5 pair of shoes that they are mostly similar and then have small differences? Can we make with materials and shapes and things something that it's good for doing everything, and trying to find a good compromise? And like I want to race I will be doing all the races this season with the same pair of shoes,
the same model.
The same or even the durability. It's we want to work on durability. So like hopefully we'll be racing with the same shoe all the races. And that's like why I think yeah, of course, like terrain change and the conditions, but then it's like running. We are running. Like if we are doing a BK, if we are like scrambling a summit, or if we are like doing 100 miles, it's running. So trying to do something that it works for
a running
for
shoe for
a running
everything.
shoe for going to the trails. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. One last question for you. So Camper, the sort of the company, the brand
Yeah.
you partnered with, is based in Mallorca. And depending on who you speak to, Mallorcan speak Catalan or Mallorcan
Right,
Catalan. Is that a draw for you, like to work with, some of your countrymen?
Uh, well, like
Is it a bonus? I don't-
maybe it's easier in a way. Like we speak same language, but like for me, like I kind of a mess like that. Like I have been living like in France. Like I moved to France when I was 15, like or 16 years old, and then like I've been living like all over the place,
Yeah.
and so it's not like I don't have this kind of sentiment of that. But yeah, it's cool. Like mostly because how they are very Mediterranean, also like in culture, and also like how it's we are normal people. Like we are like just like very normal people, and I think that's more than being like from Mallorca. It's like how
The actual
how we
people
are.
of the
Yeah,
company.
the actual
Yeah.
people,
Yeah. I guess one more question. Like, so you did come from like a very large, sort of research and development opportunity in Solomon. Like, I've heard some interesting things about Camper and their ability as more of known as a fashion or casual footwear brand. Like, what can they do to develop running shoes?
Well, like the team is different. Like
Okay.
we have the normal employees. It's two different companies, so we have the different team that they are focused on performance, like more on outdoor sports. But I was super surprised when it comes to making prototypes with the facilities they have in Mallorca and Camper, because it was super quick. We could do prototypes, do modifications, and I was generally impressed about the facilities that they have there, and the technicians, the capacities they had. Like because it's I was impressed on that.
And on like the apparel and pack side of things, is that
That's
through another
completely
group
new.
or yeah?
Yeah, it's completely. But so then it's like in Camper, in Normal we have people that is working on footwear, and then some people in apparel and accessories. So it's as I say, it's an independent company, but it's very small like company.
But
We
the
are
same
few
philosophy,
people, but same
of-
philosophy
of
on everything.
turning around, like just
Durability is important when it comes to physical durability, emotional durability, and also this like we probably don't need like bunch of things to do like different activities, but why we need like to try to minimize the size of our wardrobe, and to have things that they are durable and that they are also like very functional to do multiple activities.
Well, I'm excited to take a closer look and try out some of your normal products soon.
Yeah, excited for that too. Yeah,
Exciting journey.
yeah, thanks.